Do you ever feel like you are just guessing what your audience wants to hear in your content?
Trying to just like sort out the world.
Well, what if there was a tool that would tell you exactly the questions that your ideal target audience is already asking, and you get 3 free searches a day?
We have so much power. So much power. Now we just have to figure out what to do with it.
So let me show you how to turn those questions into content that builds authority and drives traffic, because guess what? Your target audience is already asking those exact questions. So all you have to do is answer, which makes the name of this tool pretty on the nose because it is answerthepublic.com. So for the first part of this video, I'm going to do a demonstration showing you how to find answerthepublic.com. It's going to be pretty easy. We're going to type it into Google. It's going to be one of the first things that pop up, but I'm going to show you some ways in which you can use it depending on what you're trying to do, what kind of content you're trying to create. But if you're here because of my infinite content marketing ideas, then you are going to get an extra treat, because then I'm going to show you how to download these keywords and put them in that Google Doc that we made, and so that we can then use it later in Notebook LM. If none of that makes sense, then you're going to want to go ahead and click the link below, because I challenge you to do my infinite content marketing ideas system and tell me that you don't have an idea for content marketing.
Challenge accepted.
So if you're here because you already are doing the system, then you're in the right place. If you're here because you happened across this video on YouTube, then I highly suggest you get the link below. Pause the video, we'll wait for you. All right, so we're in Google, and if we type in answer the public, it's going to literally be the top thing that pops up. As you can see, I've already done a couple searches for today. My personal keyword research on content marketing funnels, content marketing in general, marketing strategy. Now, before you push search, just realize that there's Google, Bing, YouTube, TikTok, Amazon, and Instagram. So you can search in specific databases depending on what platform you prefer to be on. Now, for me, I like to do Google search because Google is normally where people are typing in their questions. YouTube's also a great one where people type in their questions. TikTok, I have a feeling that people tend to follow trends a bit more. Now, not to say you couldn't ask TikTok a specific question, but you get 3 free searches a day. So you can definitely expand this out and do a search a day. But for the purposes of what we're doing, where we're coming up with infinite content ideas, we want to come up with as many keywords as possible. So we're going to do 3 different searches on Google. And then, of course, like I said, you get 3 free searches a day. So you can always come back tomorrow and ask for the YouTube version and the TikTok version. So let's do Google. So it's thinking. So this is a really good keyword. So as you can see, we've got tons of results, and there's a lot of different sections here. So the first one, these are all of the questions that people ask about digital marketing. So this is the first section. What are the questions people are already typing into Google? Which digital marketing is highest paid? I mean, honestly, I don't know. That doesn't even make sense. So we'll have to figure out first what they're asking so that we could then answer that question. Digital marketing for beginners. Digital marketing for small business, digital marketing for real estate, digital marketing for teens. All right, so first we have questions, then we have prepositions, comparisons. So it's going to be digital marketing digital marketing or social media marketing. I would argue those are somewhat similar, but that would be a video that we could make. Then they go alphabetical. So this is digital marketing agency, analyst, agency near me, business, bootcamp, books, blueprint, course, certificate. So all the way through the alphabet. Not going to tell you what that is. Hopefully you already know. And my personal favorite, so here's numbers. So digital marketing 101, digital marketing 2024, 2025 is probably going to be a big search result because we are towards the end of the year. But my personal favorite is down here on the bottom. They also show you related keywords. So if you're doing your first search of the day and you're having a hard time coming up with a second or third keyword, I highly recommend you come down to whatever is related to your first keyword, and you're going to be able to pick what one speaks to you the most. So for instance, if I was going to do another one, I would probably do digital marketing course, right? Because I'm trying to catch people who are seeking ways to come up with content marketing ideas. Digital marketing is in the same ballpark, but I know that I can help anybody create ideas for their content marketing. So at this moment in time, if you're just here from YouTube and you've already gotten everything that you need in terms of this free way to come up with content marketing ideas based on questions people are already typing into Google, then have a nice day, and I hope this helped you. But if you're here for the infinite content marketing ideas, then don't go anywhere, because the next part is where it's going to get good. So now that we know Answer the Public's going to answer our questions about what other people are asking, we're going to have to do something a little bit, in my opinion, silly, because there is a way when you're over in your content vault in Notebook LM, when you're adding a source, there is a way to link a website. So you might be thinking, which I also thought as well, why don't we just link the Answer the Public search into Notebook LM and it'll read the page and all will be well. Now, of course, while that is a brilliant idea, because I had it as well, it didn't work because Notebook LM or Answer the Public actually has protections against that, but there is a way around it. So what we're going to do, it's going to be very simple. We're just going to copy and paste. So over here in our first search, I'm going to start here, and basically you go all the way down. All right. And so we have everything on the page selected. So Control C is how I can copy on my page. So then over here, there is the copied text. So you just paste it. Paste it as is. Computers don't need it to be formatted to read it. So we're going to insert this. And let's rename it as, I'm going to do Answer the Public and Digital Marketing. Whoops. If I can spell. So as you can see, it's already reading it. It's already coming up with what it's going to do and say about it. So the next thing you want to do is we're going to say, then what we're going to ask Notebook LM, we're going to say for the digital, so we're telling it what you want it to read. Please pull out, I always say please, please pull out all of the SEO and AEO keyword search terms. All right, so as you can see, it took the block of text that we gave it, and it pulled out all of the questions, it pulled out all the questions, it pulled out all the prepositions, it pulled out everything. So now what we're going to do is we are going to save this note. That is the most important piece of this, because anytime you ask Notebook LM to do anything, if you don't save this, if you don't save the note, then basically you're just going to have to ask it to do it again. So so the first thing you do is save the note, and then the second thing you do is you come over here to the right-hand side, go to more. Oh, no, we don't want to delete it. So what we want to do though is we want to open it up, and then it says convert to source. So we are now converting that over here into the source, because this is simply a list of those keywords. Now, of course, like I said, this also has those keywords listed out. The difference here is when you're reading, when Notebook LM is reading the title, what we're going to ask it later to do is assess from all of the keywords. We're going to ask it to say, build content with the keywords or something like that. So when you have a source that's actually called keyword research, it's a lot easier for any computer to figure out what you're trying to do with it. So for the purposes, though, of this example, we're going to do this 2 more times, because you get 3 free searches a day. So That was the first search. So what we're going to do is repeat that process 2 more times with 2 more searches. I am going to do, so my second search I'm going to do is this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow the same process. You do the exact same thing, and I'll see you on the other side. Feel free to pause this video and complete this task right now. We are interactive. We are doing the thing. We are not just going to talk about doing the thing. I'm not just going to tell you how to do the thing. We are doing the thing. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to ask it to consolidate all of these searches and come up with a full comprehensive list of all of the SEO and AEO keywords from all of these things. And then I'm also going to ask it to list them in order from best to worst for potential rankings. So let's see what it comes up with. You know, of course, kind of like ChatGPT, there is a little trial and error when it comes to, actually seeing what Notebook LM can give you. However, if you never try, then you're never going to know. But I have seen with Notebook LM that, so if ChatGPT is like talking to like a friend or a colleague, Notebook LM is a bit more like talking to your teacher or mentor or life coach, because the way that when you talk to it, when you talk to ChatGPT, it's a bit more conversational and you go back and forth. Notebook LM is very much more about do this, how is this, rank that. Like it's very much more black and white, which on some hands makes it easier and on some hands makes it harder. So it's about learning how to communicate with Notebook LM to get the most out of it. It did exactly what I asked it to though. So as you can see here is a full-blown comprehensive list of all the SEO and AEO. I am curious how it did the ranking though. So this is, already in there. It was in these documents. It was just me asking it to consolidate everything. Let's see the comparison, alphabetical. Important consideration. Search volume is not everything. Thank you. Okay. So I'm going to save this as a note. Like I said, saving it as the note is the first step, and then converting it into the source is the second step. But I do want to ask it one more thing, because it was talking about long tail keywords. And so I am curious because we gave it all of these keywords, so I am asking it for a comprehensive list of long tail keywords based on the SEO and AEO research that you've already given it. Because since it has the data, you're asking it to assess the data that it already has, which is partly why I'm disappointed that it won't take Excel spreadsheets or CSVs or whatever, because asking it to, frankly, you can export a CSV as a text doc. So there is a way to put a CSV into Notebook LM, but for ease purposes, it would be better if we could just upload the whole thing. These are, so as I was just playing around. I just asked it to make me a list of long tail keywords because that's what it said we should focus on for ranking, and it did exactly that. So again, we're going to save this note. And then we are going to, we're going to add that these are long tail keywords, convert that to a source. And just like that, not only did we take those 3 searches from Answer the Public, but we took those searches and we turned them into 5 documents in Notebook LM where we can now reference back to all of this keyword research. And as I said, the more searches you do, the more days that you do searches on Answer the Public, the bigger this database is going to get. So we are off to a great start, if you ask me. And of course, the next step, the funniest part about this is just the first suggestion that I am making to you guys about how to come up with infinite content marketing ideas. So if this is the first one, you can only imagine what the other 9 are going to be like. And of course, you definitely want to stick around for my last bonus surprise one, which only people doing the infinite content marketing ideas brainstorm is going to get access to. So if you are here through that, then let's keep going. And if you're here just from YouTube, then the link is down below. And frankly, what are you waiting for? All right, I will see you on the next one, and it should be linked around these parts. All right, see you there. Thanks for tuning into Business Fundamentals with me, the Business Cowgirl. And if you want more free, awesome content just like this to help your business grow and develop online from a seasoned expert in business technical architecture. But if you really want your business to grow, then I highly recommend you check out my weekly newsletter, Winning Business, from somebody who's been a business consultant for the last 10 years, helping businesses create efficient and effective workflows to help their businesses save them time, money, and resources. What does that really mean? It means the answer to the question of what you need to build for where your business is trying to go. So when you're ready, those links are always down in all my video descriptions for you. So to be continued.